Have you ever wondered, in the daily hustle and bustle filled with worries and pressures, where we can find direction, peace, and deep meaning? The answer might lie in the wisdom passed down from thousands of years ago, from those who lived in harmony with nature and learned to listen to Mother Earth's voice. Today, at Live Kindly, we'll explore together Native American sayings that will change your life. These words are not just proverbs. They are lessons about life, about how we should interact with each other and the world around us. Each story behind these wise words hides a valuable lesson, an endless source of inspiration for you to perceive and shape your life in the most positive way. We'll dive deep into each story, uncovering the meanings and how to apply these lessons in our daily lives. From learning to live in harmony with nature to seeking peace within, each saying opens a new door, a new path for our souls and minds. Before we start, remember to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell right below this video. Let's turn the pages of life's book with Live Kindly, discovering priceless lessons so you can write new, bright, and meaningful chapters in your journey. The first point: only when the last tree has been cut down, the last fish caught, and the last stream poisoned, will we realize that we cannot eat money. Just try to imagine waking up one day to find that there are no more trees to offer shade, no clear rivers to quench your thirst, and no animals to nourish your soul. How terrible would that be? The Deepwater Horizon oil spill in 2010, a disaster that killed millions of marine animals and turned the sea into a dead zone, serves as a reminder of the cost of carelessness. The Amazon rainforest, the Earth's lungs, is gradually being depleted by the saws of economic interest, putting millions of species at risk of extinction. These examples are stark realities that help us realize that money, which humans tirelessly pursue and trade everything for, ultimately cannot buy the breath of life. Let's heed the cries for help from nature and live responsibly towards this world, not just to protect the environment for the health and survival of the human race, but also for our hearts and souls and for future generations. Second, inside each of us there are two wolves fighting. The first wolf embodies evil. The second wolf embodies good. The wolf that wins is the wolf you feed. In the depths of everyone's soul, we all experience the battle between evil and good, between selfishness and compassion, between the ease of serving oneself and the aspiration to do what's right. No one else can decide or influence which side wins. It's ultimately up to us to decide which wolf will triumph. Nothing comes naturally. Every daily choice we make, from minor decisions like how we react to a disrespectful comment, to major decisions about how we treat the environment and the people around us, contributes to feeding one of these two wolves. Choose the path you will follow, the path that leads to light, love, and understanding, or the path that leads to darkness, selfishness, and hatred. No one is perfect, but our continuous effort to nurture the good wolf, by acting with empathy, patience, and kindness, will shape who we become. Third, when you were born, you cried and the world rejoiced. Live your life so that when you die, the world cries and you rejoice. When a child is born, their cry is the first sign of life, bringing joy and happiness to everyone around. It marks the beginning of life, filled with all the possibilities and hopes that each being brings. However, the value of life is not just in being born. What matters more is how we choose to live our lives. Live a life so meaningful and valuable that when it comes to an end, our departure makes the world mourn and feel a profound loss. Life is a relentless journey with challenges and opportunities. Seize every moment, live fully with compassion, contribute to society, and build meaningful relationships. The joy one feels at life's end doesn't just come from looking back at achievements or contributions, but also from knowing that one has lived a fulfilling life, bringing joy and light to others. Fourth, better to have less thunder in the mouth and more lightning in the hand. Words can easily be spoken without much thought, but it's the action that truly counts and requires commitment and effort. People might speak sweet words, but without corresponding actions, those words are just empty promises. Meanwhile, sincere, compassionate, and supportive actions can make a significant difference in someone else's life. This saying also highlights a deep assessment of a person's character and values. It encourages us to prioritize kindness, dedication, and honesty in all our actions. At the same time, it reminds us that showing kindness and support is sometimes more important than meaningless words. Fifth, listen, or your tongue will make you deaf. In today's busy life, we are always racing against time and forget that sitting down to listen is an essential part of life, which helps build relationships and fosters mutual understanding. In any relationship, put yourself in the other person's shoes, understand and empathize with them. Only by truly listening can we understand what others want to convey, feel their emotions and desires. Listening is not just a sign of caring for others, but also an act that shows respect and empathy towards them. Let's listen together to become more understanding and empathetic, to create a warmer environment for everyone around us. Sixth, seek wisdom, not knowledge. Knowledge is of the past. Wisdom is for the future. Knowledge consists of information and understanding that we gather from our past experiences, whereas wisdom is the ability to use and apply that knowledge to solve problems, make decisions, and create new values. We are often encouraged to focus on accumulating knowledge, learning from the past, and applying it to our daily lives. However, relying solely on existing knowledge is not sufficient to face new challenges and progress into the future. To truly develop and succeed, we need creativity and the use of wisdom to apply knowledge in new situations, to address problems we have never encountered before. Wisdom is not just the ability to use knowledge flexibly, but also the capacity to generate new ideas, innovate, and drive progress that shapes the future. It involves reasoning, analyzing, and evaluating to come up with creative and effective solutions. Do not stop at accumulating knowledge. Develop wisdom and creativity to adapt to changing environments and create progress for the future. Seventh, the weakness of the enemy makes our strength. This saying emphasizes the importance of identifying and leveraging the weaknesses of opponents to turn them into advantages for ourselves, encouraging us to always observe, analyze, and learn. In every challenging situation, the key to overcoming is not only our strength or resilience, but also the intelligence and flexibility in our approach to problems. It's crucial to view issues from various perspectives, recognizing opportunities in others' weaknesses to transform them into our strengths. Apply this lesson to personal life. Use your patience and keenness to identify the enemy's problems, which could be fears, failures, or any other obstacles. The enemy is not always as strong as we think. Learn to overcome them, turning the enemy's weakness into a motivation for your own development. Eighth, don't judge your neighbor until you've walked 2 moons in their shoes. Each of us carries our own world within, filled with joys, sorrows, challenges, and victories that not everyone can understand or see from the outside. In the journey of life, we often get so caught up in ourselves that we forget that, just like us, everyone around us is fighting their own battles, big or small. Sometimes, quick judgments and thoughtless conclusions not only hurt others, but also reflect our own lack of understanding. Imagine one day you decide to drop all prejudices, step into someone else's world, and truly feel life through their eyes and heart. It would be an emotional journey as you begin to understand what they have gone through, the burdens they carry, and the dreams they chase. By doing so, we not only expand our own souls, but also build bridges of empathy and humanity, making this world a warmer and more compassionate place. Before judging, take the time to truly understand the lives around you, for you never know what you will learn, feel, and share from walking a path filled with complexity and wonder. Ninth, they don't die if they live in the hearts they leave behind. In this life, everyone must face the pain of loss when our loved ones leave this world. However, even though their physical presence may disappear, their soul and the love they've left behind will live on in the hearts of those who remain. When someone passes away, they leave a unique mark. A part of them continues in our memories, in the stories told and retold, in the lessons they have taught, and in the love they have shared. The value of a life is not measured only by the years spent on this earth, but also by the impact they have left. And though they may no longer be beside their loved ones, they continue to live in the minds and hearts of those who remain. They become a source of inspiration, a model for us to strive to follow, a story to be told to the next generation, dreams and aspirations that we aim for. Choose to live a meaningful life, so that when we are no longer here, the best parts of us will still continue to exist in the hearts of those we leave behind. 10th, poverty is harder than lack of honesty. Honesty is always regarded as one of the highest values. However, for the impoverished, poverty and life's difficulties often put them in situations where maintaining moral principles becomes extremely challenging, even more difficult than maintaining honesty. This is not to justify dishonesty, but rather a reminder of the complex challenges poverty brings. It evokes empathy for those faced with the decision between surviving day to day and upholding ethical principles. In difficult circumstances, honesty is not always the simple and clear choice. This saying prompts reflection on life's complexities and the injustices within society. It opens a perspective full of empathy for those struggling with poverty, as they face tough choices every day between protecting themselves and their families and maintaining personal principles. It encourages us to act with more compassion and understanding, recognizing that sometimes those fighting poverty are also striving to preserve dignity and honesty, no matter how difficult that may be. So instead of quick judgments, let's open our hearts and find ways to support those around us. Because in every challenging situation, there's a story of effort and sacrifice trying to be told. 11th, the brave may only die once, but the coward dies many times. Bravery is not just about heroic actions in battle, but also about facing fears in everyday life. From confronting injustices, protecting what's right, to pursuing one's own dreams, they live a full and meaningful life, knowing they've spent every moment standing firm against challenges, never giving up, never flinching. They accept risks not out of reckless bravado, but because they understand the value of fighting for what they believe in, even if it may result in the greatest loss. Regardless of the outcome, they have lived true to their faith without any regrets. Conversely, the coward dies many times in their life. Each time they turn their back on a challenge, abandon a dream, or fail to stand up for themselves or others, they lose a piece of their soul and life. They might avoid short-term risks, but the price is a lifetime of regret and the perpetual question of what if. This not only diminishes the value of the life they have, but also condemns them to live in fear and eternal regret. This saying invites each of us to reflect on how we choose to live our lives. It encourages us to bravely face difficulties, not because we are fearless, but because we understand that there are things in this life worth more than our own fears. Living courageously not only enriches our own life, but also inspires those around us, creating a positive ripple effect far beyond one individual's existence. 12th, make my enemies strong and brave, so that if I am defeated, I will not be ashamed. We often wish for everything to be easy and convenient, but real value and true growth come from overcoming difficult challenges. When you wish for your opponents to be strong and brave, you not only set a high standard for yourself, but also respect and acknowledge the strength of your adversary. This demonstrates a noble spirit of competition, where victory is appreciated not just for the outcome, but for the process and difficulty of the challenge. This saying also reflects a humble and self-aware perspective. In the event of defeat, it is not a disgrace if you know you have fought your best against a worthy opponent. It is a reminder of the importance of maintaining dignity and self-respect under any circumstances. Facing and accepting defeat is not a sign of weakness, but an expression of strength and courage. Ultimately, this statement emphasizes the importance of valuing the journey and the lessons learned, rather than just focusing on the destination. Live each day as a brave warrior, not only ready to face challenges, but also knowing how to graciously accept all outcomes with pride and honor. 13th, A bird that has eaten cannot fly like one that is hungry. The hungry bird, with its empty stomach, symbolizes desire, lack, or an unachieved goal. Though challenging and uncomfortable, this becomes a powerful motivation, propelling the bird to fly higher and farther, reaching new heights. On the other hand, a bird that has eaten its fill, satisfied with what it has, may no longer feel the need to strive. In life, this is akin to us having achieved certain successes and starting to be complacent, losing the drive to continue striving. Always maintain a sense of longing and determination, no matter how much success we have achieved. It encourages us to always set new goals, continuously exert effort, and never be content with what we have. Hunger, in this context, is not just a motivation, but also an inspiration that helps us constantly rise, explore our capabilities, and achieve even greater accomplishments in life. 14th, value youth but trust in old age. Youth is a time of exploration, adventure, and passion. It's when we have the energy to chase dreams, the courage to experiment, and the desire to make a difference. Valuing youth means supporting and encouraging young people to dive into life with passion and confidence, seizing every moment and opportunity to learn, grow, and contribute to society. Old age is illuminated by wisdom and experience. Trusting in old age acknowledges that life lessons and experiences gathered over the years offer an irreplaceable source of knowledge and deep understanding. This wisdom guides the younger generation, helping them shape their futures, avoid unnecessary mistakes, and achieve lasting success. Let's harmoniously combine the energy and creativity of youth with the stability and wisdom of old age. Together, they complete a cycle of learning, development, and transmission, where each stage of life holds its own value and significance, contributing to the progress of individuals and the community. 15th, wisdom comes when you stop seeking it and start living the life that creation intended for you. Instead of endlessly searching for wisdom as a distant goal or a hidden treasure, we should embrace and enjoy the life we have been given, as wisdom is likely to naturally emerge in the process of living authentically. Live inwardly, fully experience each moment, and cherish the lessons that life brings. Wisdom is not something we can find through trying to impose our will, but naturally arises from experience, understanding, and accepting ourselves, as well as learning from those around us and our environment. This reminds us that wisdom is not merely the accumulation of knowledge or information, but the ability to perceive, understand, and act appropriately in each life situation. True wisdom stems from gratitude, from accepting and loving life with all it has to offer, be it joy or sorrow, success or failure. Live each day as a gift, an opportunity to learn, grow, and become wiser, not by seeking it out there, but by experiencing and enjoying the life we have been given. 16th, not all sweet roots yield sweet grass. We often expect that good and sincere efforts will lead to positive outcomes. However, the effort we put forth doesn't always get rewarded in the way we anticipate. This serves not only as a reminder of life's uncertainties, but also as advice to mentally prepare for any result or event, whether good or bad. We see uncertainty not as a barrier, but as part of the journey from which we can learn, grow, and become stronger. Understanding and accepting this also opens up opportunities for flexibility and creativity, adapting to circumstances, seeking alternative solutions, and sometimes discovering new paths and favorable outcomes that we never anticipated. The real value sometimes lies in the journey, not just the destination. Live a full and meaningful life, cherishing each moment and every lesson we encounter, even if the sweet grass in the end may not be what we initially hoped for. 17th, be wary of the man who does not speak and the dog that does not bark. Silence may not always reflect peace or simply a personality trait. Sometimes it can be indicative of calculation, waiting for the right moment to act. This saying also evokes an understanding of the nature of information and communication. In a world where information and communication open many opportunities and understandings, silence can sometimes become a warning sign, something that needs to be approached with caution and deeper understanding. We should observe and listen more than just relying on what is expressed clearly. This emphasizes the importance of being able to read thoughts, understand what is not said, and recognize that sometimes what hides beneath a peaceful exterior may not be as simple as we think. Always maintain vigilance and never underestimate the power of silence. In any situation, understanding and caution are the keys to ensuring safety and success for oneself. 18th, it doesn't take many words to speak the truth. Truth, with its strength and authenticity, doesn't need to be wrapped in complex or decorative words. Sometimes, the simplest, most concise words have the power to deeply touch the hearts and minds of the audience, overcoming any barriers of misunderstanding or pretense. In everyday life, we are often surrounded by a vast amount of information, much of which is embellished or even distorted. This makes seeking and recognizing the truth more challenging than ever. The value of simplicity and directness, focusing on content rather than form, becomes paramount. This saying encourages us to think carefully before speaking and to concentrate on conveying our main message clearly and simply. By eliminating unnecessary words and focusing on the essence, we not only make our message more understandable, but also increase the respect and trust from our listeners. Ultimately, in an increasingly complex world, the unadorned truth is the lifeline for souls seeking sincerity and meaning. 19th, don't let yesterday take up too much of today. Life is a series of present moments, and every day brings new opportunities to learn, grow, and experience. However, too many of us often get stuck in the shadow of the past, allowing what happened, mistakes, and pains of yesterday to dominate our minds and spirits today. The past may hold valuable lessons and experiences, but living in nostalgia or regret only causes us to lose the ability to appreciate and effectively utilize today. Focusing on the present requires consciousness and decision from us, a positive choice to shed the burdens of the past and open up to new possibilities. This might require the courage to let go of regrets and sorrows, but also opens up a vast space for recovery, creativity, and happiness. Life waits for no one, and there's no guarantee we'll have a tomorrow to correct what's gone by. Thus, living and investing in today is not just a way to respect our own lives, but also ensures we don't miss out on the opportunities and joys each new day brings. Don't let yesterday take up too much of today. Seek balance, joy, and satisfaction in the present moment we are living. 20th, if one is as wise as a serpent, they can afford to be as harmless as a dove. In cultural symbols, snakes are often associated with cunning, flexibility, and a deep understanding of their environment for survival. Snakes know when to appear and when to hide, and they possess the ability to react swiftly in any situation. Similarly, doves represent peace, harmlessness, and kindness. Combining these qualities evokes the image of a person who is both insightful and benevolent, someone who knows how to use their wisdom skillfully to promote peace and happiness, rather than conflict and sorrow. Applying this philosophy to life requires careful consideration and thought about how we interact with others and the world around us. This includes recognizing and understanding the environment, as well as choosing how we respond to each situation. By learning to adjust our behavior and reactions to become as harmless as a dove, we not only protect ourselves, but also create a positive space for those around us. In personal and work relationships, applying the wisdom of the serpent and the harmlessness of the dove helps build trust and fosters a supportive and respectful environment. This not only aids in the development of each individual, but also promotes collaboration and collective success for the group. Let us develop and use our intelligence not just to overcome challenges, but also to contribute to the harmony and happiness of the community and society. As we immerse ourselves in the world of Native American philosophical sayings, we learn not just to live in harmony with nature, but also the value of respect and love. These lessons, though passed down from hundreds of years ago, still hold immense value in today's complex society, where we are increasingly distancing from core values. Strength does not come from conquering nature or adversaries, but from conquering oneself, from understanding and accepting differences, from the courage to face challenges, and from the ability to live in peace with all beings on this planet. The stories and philosophies of Native Americans stand as a testament to the power of simplicity, of living closely and respectfully with our surroundings. Let these values be the lighthouse that illuminates our path forward, helping us not just to find deep meaning in life, but also to become the best versions of ourselves. And as we continue on this journey of exploration and learning, let's not forget that each one of us has the ability to make a change, no matter how small. Do not hesitate to share the lessons you've learned with those around you and open your heart to new knowledge. Together, we can make the world a better, richer, and more sincere place. Continue to walk with us in every step, every story, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel to spread these values to as many people as possible.